Today I'm joined by Kirsty Franks, who is marketing boss for the property franchise group, Martin & Co, Belvoir. Used to be head of marketing for Lomond, but only since around 2021. You've been in marketing for many years. Obviously, you started as a child.
Obviously.
Okay. Tell me, you're an outsider to marketing from estate agency marketing. You've only been in it a few years. Talk to me about your journey and what you've learnt on the way, so the ladies and gentlemen watching this video can learn stuff about their own journeys in marketing.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I'm new to the estate agency gang, if you like. Thanks for welcoming me with open arms.
We're a funny bunch, aren't we? Aren't we weird?
There's never a dull moment, Chris.
Oh.
But I think, I'm not new to marketing. So I've got a 20 plus year marketing career.
Obviously started as a seven.
Obviously started as a toddler. And yeah, I started my career right down at the bottom of the ladder as a marketing assistant, as a junior, and built my way up step by step in various different marketing roles through lots of different sectors, both B2B, B2C, various different organizations. Yeah.
But didn't you actually start marketing or see marketing as a child with regard to what your parents are doing?
Yeah, okay. So my childhood was a little bit unique in that my dad was in the entertainment industry. So he was a singer in the 60s, and he went on to be a music agent. So he managed artists like Jerry and the Pacemakers, Manfred Mann, Electric Light Orchestra. So yeah, a bit of a unique childhood in that I spent quite a bit of time backstage in dressing rooms or on the road or learning all about the wild and crazy world of rock and roll. And I had a dream to be in the entertainment industry and follow in my dad's footsteps. And was encouraged then when I got into my teenage years to go and get a proper job. So yeah, my mum and dad ran the business together, and I watched them working together, growing up and working hard, but then found a passion for marketing when I did go and get a proper job. So at this point, I had no qualifications. I got my first marketing assistant job just by going in and blagging them that I would figure it out on the way. And then I took myself to night school to get all of my qualifications whilst I was working in that first role.
What did your mum and dad teach you apart from hard work?
They taught me to be myself and to believe in myself. They absolutely taught me confidence. So my dad was an entertainer, and he taught me that you have to shine and you have to entertain.
Okay, but there's a fine line between confidence and cockiness.
Absolutely.
How did you, where do you draw the line on that one? Because there's plenty of estate agents who are the wrong side of that line.
Yeah. I think the balance of my mum and my dad. So my mum was very much the grounded one. My mum was very much the person that kept the wheels on the bus, that kept everything moving and kept us and my dad grounded and humble. But at the same time, I feel like they both taught me that both sides of the coin in terms of being confident and going out there and get what you want, but remember who you are. I come from a very Yorkshire family, so being cocky was not an option. You'd get bashed down quite quickly if you got overconfident.
Isn't it interesting that, and I've gone on record many times, but there are certain people I look up to in this industry that I go, wow. And you've used two words. Well, you've used one word, which is humble, and the other one, you didn't actually use it, but you implied it, is hungry. And having humility with hunger, because most estate agents haven't got that.
Yeah, it's really interesting you should say that, Chris, because throughout my whole career, I have hired team members on three things. Are they hungry? Are they humble? And are they smart? And if they tick those boxes, you can teach them the rest. And I think that's absolutely what I hold myself accountable to. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm smart. That would be cocky. But I think, you've got to really think about those three things for yourself and when you're bringing anybody into your business.
Why do you think we as estate agents, and again, I think most estate agents tick the box of hungry, but why are we as a, because I said you're an outsider.
Yeah.
Why do you think we find it difficult to have humility?
I think being an estate agent, you've got to be a big personality. You've got to be out there, and you've got a lot of competition around you. So you've got to go and shout about why you're the best. So I think with that comes an air of cockiness, because you have to showcase that to your potential clients. You have to put yourself out there as the best in your area. If you're too modest, that's not going to come across within your sales pitch.
But if I look at like estate agents marketing, we're the biggest. Look at our market share. We're awesome. We're brilliant. Do you think they go too far? They're too far on the scale of cockiness.
You know, I don't think there's any harm in talking about the successes that you've had as an organization. My view is it wouldn't be my leading message, because actually the message that you should be leading with is what your customers care about. What are you going to do for them? So talk about them, talk about their problems, talk about their pain points, talk about their challenges. Of course, then follow that up with, and we can deliver all of this for you because we're the best, because look at what we've done. Here's the proof.
Yeah, we're number one in the town with 4%. 96% didn't choose us, but at least we're number one with 4%.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Again, that just riles me. I can't be doing with it.
So I think, you know, it's reframing that, but always with your marketing, start with the customer and their pain points.
Do you think
first.
that's where we go wrong?
I think there's the biggest opportunity. Understand your audience and talk to them in a way that resonates.
Because I think estate agents think estate agency's there to serve them.
Yeah.
Not we're here to serve the customer.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I think that needs to be flipped.
Why do you think we're like that? Because again, you're an outsider. Well, you know, but let's be honest, most marketeers have just basically someone who was pretty good at whipping a few adverts up and have just by naturally just gone through the ranks. You've come from outside. I mean, if there was one thing you could change about estate agency marketing, what would it be?
I think estate agents are like this because it has worked historically. So why would you not keep doing what has worked? But the market is changing and the competition is getting fierce. So you can't keep doing the same thing and getting different results. So for me now, it's around, okay, how do you truly stand out from the competition? Splashing posters out there with free valuation and we're number one is not going to get you the results that you need, because...
No way. You heard it here first, kids.
But we see it everywhere.
All the time.
We see it everywhere.
Landlords wanting.
Yeah. So how do you be different? How do you stand out? How do you really, really showcase what's different in a way that makes sense to your audience? It's about a conversation, and however you portray that conversation across all the different marketing channels and mediums, you've got to engage.
What does that look like? I know we're going to talk about this in greater detail in another video. What does that look like, though?
Know who you are, number one.
Do you think most estate agents don't know who they are?
You would be surprised. You would be surprised. So I have, you know, the first question that I would ask any estate agent that I was talking to in terms of their marketing strategy is, okay, talk to me about your differentiators. What makes you unique? What makes you stand out from all the other 6 estate agents on the same street as you? And a lot of the time we get back, it's our people, our service is great, we offer free valuations, etc., etc. Well, the other 6 are saying the same thing. So what are we doing differently? How are you offering a different service? What's all the wraparound services that you offer? How can you really, really make yourself stand out? What are the marketing packages that you're offering to your customers to make sure that you're going to value that property right first time, so you sell it first time? You know, all of these things need to be embedded within the organization and then communicated.
So in your 20-year career, you've only been in estate agency and marketing for 4 years now, 3 or 4 years. Is it a bit like the Hotel California and the Eagles? You can check out, but you can never leave. Do you think you'll go into Do you think now you've come into this sphere of influence of a state agency, do you think you'll ever do any different types of marketing?
I think my career up until coming into a state agency was working for other
Because if you
organisations.
look at your CV on LinkedIn, it's quite a mixed bunch.
Yeah, and very specifically, I chose to make sure that I had broad experience across a number of sectors. So I understand marketing from so many different viewpoints. And to me, marketing is marketing, regardless of sector. It's about knowing who you are, being clear what you want to achieve, and delivering that consistently.
What's the passion of a state agency though? Because it's just amazing, isn't it?
I see a huge, huge opportunity. I see how I and my organisation can make a difference. And I'm so excited about the two aspects of marketing that I see, which is around traditional marketing, branding, messaging, relationships, communication, that personal brand piece, marrying that up with really incredible prop tech. And when you bring those two things together, that's really when the magic happens. And so I'm incredibly excited and honoured to be part of that. And this is the journey for me now. And I've got an awful lot that I want to be able to do to make a big difference in the sector.
Well, Kirsty, I've been impressed with what I've seen over the years. And I also know a lot of people that are impressed with you. So I wish you well. Keep up that humility, keep up that hunger, and you'll do really well on your estate agency journey in marketing.
Thank you, Chris.